Hello guys, today we are talking about PowerShell 5.0 and we will be talking first about the history of the PowerShell. PowerShell was introduced in the year 2007 with the uh, PowerShell version 1 and it was introduced as a managing the Exchange Server 2007 and later it was integrated with all the Microsoft products. So it's having the long history from the PowerShell version 1.0 that was came in the year 2007 and it was integrated with your Server 2008 and Windows 7. Sorry, it came with the Windows Vista. Later on, they launched a second version of the PowerShell, which came with Windows 7 and 2008, second release, and it's got an immense popularity. It's not only came for the replacement for the CMD command prompt. It also have a automatic scripting environment. It's an object-oriented programming. So when we talk about the PowerShell, we are mainly focusing on the replace. We think about that it is just a replacement of the command, but it is not like that. It's more than that. Is focused on the three major variants. First is utilize the .NET framework fully. It's a object oriented approach. Object oriented is having interactive cell and is provide the better scripting environment. So we'll talk about all this functionality. First we'll talk about the history of the PowerShell, which we have just started. So PowerShell was actually came in 2007 and it was integrated with Server 2008 and Vista. Then second release was came for the year 2009, which was came for Server 2008 R2 and the Windows 7. Then third release came and it was mainly designed for 2011 onwards. It was mainly designed for Windows 7, uh, Windows 7 Service Pack 1, uh, Win 8.1, Server 2012. Right now, we are having PowerShell version 4. PowerShell version 4, which is introduced with 2013 onwards, which is mainly designed for 2016 as well as for Windows 10. And latest one, PowerShell 5.0, is already stable version is available, which you can install on all this platform as an update and you can use it. So this update can be work on, if you are having 2016, you can update 2012 R2 server or 2008 R2, the second release server. You can also update this to the Windows 7 Service Pack 1, Windows 8.8.1, Windows 8, as well as Windows 10. So we are mainly focusing on the PowerShell version 5.1 for our discussion. So So as you have seen, this is having more than 1 decade of history. So it's a very stable product, and it's mainly useful for doing the Windows based scripting, Windows environment is scripting and automation. Apart from that, you can do your regular day-to-day task as a system admin, or as well as you can do the development through this, because it's having the full functionality of the .NET framework. So let's talk about the PowerShell. What is the PowerShell and how it you will work in this. So the first thing, when we open any PowerShell commandlet, you will find more similarity like a CMD. But similarity is just till here. When it will come and pop up. Is here in the PowerShell, it will be start with PS and C slash, and it will give you the path. And here you can write. So PS here stands for the PowerShell. And for if you want to know the which version of the PowerShell you are working on, you have to write $PS version table dot PS version. So when you do that, it will give you the list of the major and the minor version of that particular version, which you can see and use. So here, very first thing you are going to do, you are going to learn like this is just like a new kind of the language. So what we do when we are going to learn a new language, when we are going to learn a new language, the first thing we will do, we will learn the words, or here you can say the commands. So here the commands concept is very simple. Here the commands are known as CMD-let, pronounced as command-let, and pronounced as commandlet. And main objective of this commandlets are like they are in the form of verb noun format. And like you can say, I want to get the information about a file or a process or event. So I want what? I want to get the information. So verb we will use called get. And you want to know the process, what the process are running on your system. So you will say get process. Same way, you want to know the events or the event logs which is generated by your system. So you want to get it. So you will again use the same way called get, and you will say event logs. So this way you can understand get is a verb and this part is a noun. So it's the same way there are multiple kind of the verbs are there, which is taken from the English dictionary as very frequently used kind of, like for getting the information, get will give you the info, set will give you the set the something, like you want to modify something, so you will use modify for set. If you want to create something new, then you will use new. So create. So same way there are multiple verbs are there which are very common. Same way you are having the nouns as well. So nouns are like process, event, object, and so far so good. So these are the things, the way you will operate. This is the commandlet which will work. But don't get anxious that okay, this is the PowerShell, so I cannot use the command prompt. It's not like that. You can use the command prompt. How you can use the command prompt? All those commands which you are using in the CMD, that is actually alias here. You already know the concept of the alias. Alias is the calling the same command by the different name. For example, you are having dir, very famous command in the cmd. When cmd you will write the dir, what you get? You get the list of the files and folders inside the present path or present folder. So in this dir command, you can still use inside the PowerShell, and it will list you out all the things which is present inside the dir. So that is the one thing. But actually this is the alias of the another the commandlet in the PowerShell, that is called get hyphen child item. So this alias you can use. Same way, some of the Linux aliases are also added. So for example, in the Linux, for getting the directory, you will use the command called ls list. So this also will be alias to the same get hyphen child item. So till the time you are not becoming very frequent with this get child item or the PowerShell based commands, till the time you can use the commandlet. But it's very easy to learn, because as you can understand, it's used of day-to-day language word to in their commands. So you don't have to remember any command for very lengthy way or the long way. And here getting the helps are more easier, which we are going to talk about now. Alright, so let's talk about how easy it is to learn the PowerShell, because many people have this little anxiousness that okay, this is a new kind of things, so it may be difficult. No, it's not that difficult, it's very easy. So let's talk how you can easily learn the PowerShell. So learning the PowerShell, very first thing, before that you want to learn anything, like you want to learn any writing or any kind of things, you require the help. So here also you can get the help. So we are talking about getting any help. So here you will have the very simple thing called get help. So this one, using this, you can get the help about any of the command you want to know. So first of all, if you don't know any command, and if you want to know all the, at least you want to know how many commands are there, first you will use the command called get hyphen command. And get hyphen command will list you out all the commands which is present on your system. All commands on system. Here I am saying all commands on system, but here be careful, because I did not mention the features of the PowerShell. So I will clarify this part, what that mean by the all commands on the system, or commandlets on the system. Okay, so I just want to get I got the list of the commands. In that I will filter out the commands, like which kind of the command I want to use. So here that is very easy. First of all, if you have any idea that which kind of the command you want to work with, then you can use that kind of syntax. Like you want to work with something which is related with the network. So in that case you will say get hyphen command, and you will say hyphen now, and you will say network star and star, and you press enter key. So this word noun is nothing but is a noun part of the verb. So it will give you the list of the commands, like get network related things, you get the commands, a list of the command will be listed. Out of that you will pick, or for example, any command, and then you want to use them. So in that case, before using them, you want to know more about that specific command. For example, you went for the network, you went for the some process. For example, if you say process and you said noun, and then you we will know that you want the process. So it will give you the list of get process one command. So it will list you out one, and you got to know about one command called process. So it will be having the description which will tell that this command is you can use for getting the list of the process, what the process are running on your system. So now you want to use this, but you don't know how to use it. So in that case, you will be going and using this with the get help. You will use get help, then you say get hyphen process. And here PowerShell is very easy, make it very easy to explain how, which are the kind of the helps you can take. So here the types of the help are like full, detailed, online, and exam. So these three parameters you can use to get the help about this process. When you say the full, you will get the entire list of the commands which you will be finding into the full. When you say the details, it will just give you the syntax and the parameters. More than that, it will not explain the full about each and every parameter, as it will be explaining the full. Online will be the help. When you are connected to the internet, it will take you to the internet and give you all the details. Examples will only show you the examples. Some cases it may be possible that you are not interested to know all about the particular command. You just want to know how exactly you want to use. So 3-4 commands will help you to use that. So you can use that examples, modify according to your requirement and use it. So that is the use of the example. So this way you can work with that. So that is the way we will be started today, and we will do the practical on this on the later sessions. So here we are stopping for the time being. Thank you.